Alright guys, we're going to do a quick mic test. Make sure everything's going good. We are back, Alpha. What is up, man? Alright, everything sounds good. We have a great evening tonight. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to AKA's Racing League Truck Series here at Iowa 200, presented to you by Shake and Bake Racing Club and 704 Games. I'm very excited to be part of such a cool event. I have J-Mac here with me in the booth, and for those of you that know and watch the broadcast, you are no stranger to J-Mac. He has just come off of a championship win for SMB's IndyCar Series, and he's now in the booth with me for the first time as an announcer. I'm excited to have him here with me tonight, so a huge warm welcome to you tonight, J-Mac. Did I lose my J-Mac? J-Mac, your mic's muted. Alright, while we wait for him, Iowa in the Truck Series, guys. You're going to see an average lap time of about 23.5, and it's going to see around 36 laps for fuel mileage. It's a tricky track when it comes to turns around 2. You're going to see people get a little loose coming off of that turn. There's a seam in the track, and when you go 2, possibly 3 wide, it's going to be a huge issue for these guys. They're running setups, and we do have flags on, and we do have stages on, so stage points are going to be huge for these guys. They are on race 7, so we're well into the season. So tonight's kind of a special night. We have a lot of people joining us here tonight. A lot of faces that Xbox drivers will know, so it should be very, very cool. And I'm thinking for pit stops, we're going to see about 1 pit stop for the first and second stage. We're looking at 60 laps for the first one, 60 for the second, and 80 for the last. Like I said, flags are on, stages matter. It brings those points to the top guy, so every stage will bring a fantastic battle. I'm curious to see how many drivers will be here tonight, but they have a full lobby, guys. I'm thinking it's around 16 people, so it'll be very exciting. Alpha, Justin is not racing this. Justin is behind the scenes helping me out in the booth here, so he's going to be feeding me information. It'll be very cool, so hopefully soon they will get started. I know they're in qualifying right now. The way that spectator mode works on here, we can't join them for qualifying. It's just too short of a run, because you cannot join spectator mode until after the race has begun. So we'll get in there as quick as we can for the race, and we'll get started tonight. Let's see if I can get my partner back in here, J-Mac.
Hello, hello.
All right, there you are. How's it going tonight? I'm excited to have you in the booth.
It's fun to be in the booth. This is going to be an exciting night. Iowa's a fun place to watch a race, and this is going to be fun.
We had you as an in-car reporter on Monday, and I'll tell you what, you did a fantastic job out there driving and, you know, being able to have me bug you every couple of laps saying, you know, what's going on. So you did a great job there, I gotta say.
Thank you. Now I don't have to be worrying about the turns of Yas Marina, the hairpins and the switchbacks and all that. Now I can just sit here and watch a bunch of guys that have fenders on their cars drive around. Well, not cars, trucks, sorry.
It's gonna be a big change for us tonight.
We might need to change that into a drinking game. How many times I say car instead of truck.
You and me both.
Hopefully I can get that right.
You and me both. I mean, I was out here, you know, when we had our truck league, and I was just calling them cars all the time, and every time I'd say cars, everyone would correct me. Frozen, it is trucks. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's just how it is. Josh
Racing
the Racer.
Vehicle. Maybe we should adopt that term.
I know, racing vehicle. That sounds good. Josh the Racer, thank you so much for the host. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are having fun out there. We had quite the crowd for tonight's lobby, and hopefully we can get a lot of people in here for tonight for AKA's Racing League here, presented to you by Shake and Bake Racing and also 704 Games. A lot of cool things going on tonight. So as I'm hearing, they are in qualifying, so we'll get a announcement on who is in the poll, see what's going on in the field. But man, a lot of talented drivers out there, I gotta say. We're going to throw some names out there if you guys from Xbox know. We got CGM Rose out there. We got Doc. We have Wow, That's Garbage. These guys are very, very fast. We have Figure 9, Expert Toaster, MDL. We have the league owner out there, aka Pro Boss. Just a lot of fast drivers, so it's going to be a great race tonight. 200 laps, guys. 200 laps, 2 times wear. These guys are running full setups, J-Max, so it's going to be a crazy race, exciting race.
Definitely.
All right. So there, like I said, they're just in qualifying at the moment, so we'll wait and see, and then once we get that invite, we'll be able to get in there. You can see all those lobbies are packing tonight. Got a lot of lobbies out here for NASCAR heat. And I gotta ask those people out in the audience.
How qualifying is going. Oh, sorry, Frozen.
I know. I'm curious for those guys out there watching the stream. What are your thoughts on who is going to win this weekend for the NASCAR race? I'm very curious what you think. What were you saying, J-Mac?
Oh, I was just gonna say we'd show y'all guys the qualifying, but we figured we'd add to the anticipation.
Absolutely. And if we do this full time, you guys will know, just like all the other leagues that I announce, we will have that cool intro screen, and we'll have betting for the drivers. It'll be a lot of fun. We should have interviews as long as the drivers hang out afterwards. We're going to do the top 3 interviews, so hopefully you'll be able to hang around after the race, and we'll get those on there. Chase Elliott will spoil. We'll see, Josh. We will see. Kevin Harvick, I would imagine that he is mighty hungry for another win since what happened with this news lately. So we'll see. J-Mac, I gotta ask, what do you think is gonna happen with Kevin Harvick this weekend?
Well, it's well known that he is very, 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 very to the infinity good at Phoenix. But that is crew chief, that is car chief. The added pressure of being on the cut line. It's a toss-up. I mean, I guess you have to bet on him making it, but anything could happen. And with it, I mean, it's his teammate Kurt Busch who's real fast behind him, and then Chase Elliott behind it. God, it's gonna be fun.
You know, I'm hoping. I love Kevin Harvick, I do, but I'm really hoping that Chase Elliott can pull something out of the bag and get in there for that Final 4. We'll see what happens. But anything is possible. You guys know that. And once you think something is fixed, it is most definitely not. For sure.
Well, Frozen, it was this race last season that Chase Elliott almost won, if not for Matt Kenseth.
I do remember
turning
that.
into a rocket ship at the end.
That's so true. I do remember that. From the sounds of it, they only have 1 lap to go before qualifying is over, so we'll get to see that pole position and get this race started. So we'll get that invite shortly, J-Mac, and get this thing rolling. From what I'm hearing, they have 17 in the field tonight. We'll see if that is true. A lot of drivers, and on a track like Iowa, I'll tell you what, all these guys are very, very talented. We're going to see a lot of 2-wide racing, possibly 3-wide going through these turns, but either way, we're going to see a lot of close calls, a lot of aggressive moves, I would imagine. It's 200 laps. They have a lot of time to get things moving, but everyone is going after those stage points, I guarantee.
This could either turn into a caution-filled wreckfest due to all the aggressiveness, or it could be a insanely entertaining event, or it could be both.
It's true. It's true. I'm curious what's going to happen if cautions come out to people's pit strategies. We see it in a lot of races. It can mess up some guys' pit strategies. I know there's a few that they have a lot of good things going on as far as strategies go and to catch back up through the field. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do and who will be up front towards the end of the race. All right, I have heard that it is over for qualifying, so that should be coming shortly. That's true, Ryan Newman did, yes. Mr. Driver, I cannot guarantee that they will, but I'm hearing from a few that it is possible that they will. If they are out there, welcome to the stream. Everyone that is coming in, welcome to the stream. We have J-Mac in the booth. Say hi, J-Mac.
Hi, J-Mac.
He is the IndyCar champion that was just crowned on Monday night. Season is officially over, but he did a fantastic job. And now here tonight, we're doing a special race for AKA Racing League. I've known this guy for a couple of years, AKA Pro Boss. He's doing a great job with all the leagues he has going on. And tonight we're headed here to Iowa in the Truck Series for 200 laps. Alpha says, because Newman's neck is as wide as his car. Burn. Burn. I'm not going to say anything, but I was a little salty about that one last year. Pro Boss, yes. Pro Boss is a good guy. Definitely. He's got his hands full. That dude is always busy. I'm just amazed at all these lobbies. I don't know if you're looking at that, J-Mac, but man, we got some full lobbies in here tonight. They are running it private, so I can't join. I just gotta wait for an invite, but we'll get going shortly. I do promise. You know how it goes getting league started. J-Mac, how many drivers on the list, the roster, do you know? Just curious.
Not many. There are some names I remember from back in the NASCAR 09 days that sound familiar, but there are names that people we race with that sounded familiar, and they're
right.
like, "No, I just met you." So, not really sure. This is going to be a learning experience to learn the different driving styles of all these guys. Who's aggressive, who likes to save, who kind of, I guess is a place where you could maybe run a couple of different lines. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
I can tell you, every time I've ran the midline, I've talked about it already, but man, when you run that midline in turns 1 and 2, coming out of that turn, it can get pretty brutal. J-Mac, did you get an invite? All right, here we go for the Iowa 200. It's going to be a crazy one. Ooh. We're going to be joining in after they get in. I don't see the screen up yet, so we'll just wait for that. These guys are getting right on in there. And 17 drivers. Absolutely incredible. Dion, how are you guys? Hope you guys are good. Here we go to Iowa Speedway M&M's 200, presented to you by Shake and Bake Racing.
And also Casey's General Store if you squint really hard at your screen.
You can read that far? I'm impressed, J-Mac.
Eyes of a hawk when I have my contacts in.
I never knew you wore contacts.
My vision is terrible. But enough about me.
I mean, it's better than mine because I can't read that, so that's good. All right, here we go already. Let's take a look. We have 16 in the lead already. That is AKA Pro Boss. Looks like they are slowing down. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Lining up for maybe a possible... apparently that's a
yellow
caution.
Flag seems to be out.
That is a caution. I'm not sure what's going on, but AKA Pro Boss is first. Wow, that's garbage is in second. Let's take a look at third. That is 52 of AKA Kevin Harvick, who is your points leader at the moment.
Well, strategy gets to start early. Don't know who would pit after 1 or 2 laps. Not really sure how many they got to run there in the interim between us loading in or not. So don't know if anyone will take advantage of it.
You know, I'm curious. We're getting ready to go green, but you know, pitting wise, they would probably go in if they were a little bit too loose. But AKA gets a fantastic jump off of that. We have Wow falling back just a little bit. We have a car directly behind AKA Pro Boss. These guys doing pretty well so far, going too wide into these turns. Everyone is lined up pretty equally.
Gets the wall a little bit.
3 wide. Did you see that, J-Mac? Absolutely incredible.
I did indeed.
And holding it out, just doing a fantastic job. Let's take a look. We have the 16 car, and he has Wow That's Garbage underneath him. He's on the outside, aka Pro Boss, up in first. Or no, that's aka Kevin Harvick. 16 gets into the wall just a little bit. That is aka Pro Boss. You can tell these guys are just a little loose. It is going to affect him here tonight. These guys are on setups. We do have 53 to go.
Might be a little tight. He's
Take a
getting
look.
the wall. He is having a hard time in the corners.
He
Might be
is.
carrying too much speed. I'm not really sure,
3.
but he has gotten the wall a couple of times, and that's how he's lost the lead, and now he's back down to 4th.
47 trying to stick his nose in between 3 and the 16. He decides to hold back just a little bit. Right behind the 3 car. Look at this, guys. We have 16. We have the 3 and that 47, man. He is just aggressive out there, wanting to get as many spots as he can. That's pure more dog out there. These guys are doing a fantastic job of holding it. In the meantime, we have 1st and 2nd, gaining a little bit of time, putting some gap in between him and the 3rd car. 16 underneath. 3 car gets a little loose. Holding it out so far. 3 into the wall, gives up another spot. J-Mac, who are you watching right now?
Might have been some comment there. I'm not really sure. It looked like the 16 and 3 might have touched, might have bubbled, might have actually hit. Not really sure. But right now, all of them are racing from 3rd on back, but the front 2 are gapping our leaders. Or the leaders are gapping the rest of the field, I should say.
Absolutely. We're watching the 2 car at the moment, and that is aka Doc. He is out there all lonesome, no one around him. I'm not sure if something happened to him, if he got loose and had to hold back a little bit, but he is out here on an island all his own. Let's take a look at that 25 car of MDL. He's got the 88 directly behind him, which is aka Driver. These guys kind of working together. They have a little field behind them at the moment, but these guys running pretty clean so far. In front of them, they have quite the field. 25 gets pretty loose. MDL got
in the 47 has been able to stick his nose underneath the 16 of aka Pro Boss, but just has not been able to get alongside him to try to actually make that pass. Just can't get the throttle up off the corner.
He has been making some pretty, yeah, like you said, a pretty aggressive moves. Looks like he's trying to get under that 16 car of aka Pro Boss, but for right now, he's hanging back behind him. He's got some pressure going on behind him of the 41 car. As soon as he gets up there, we'll see what happens, but we have a nice pack of, it looks about 5 cars right there, so they're doing a great job. That is definitely a battle for 3rd. We'll see what they can do to get that moving, but so far, clean race. 47 jumps out of line. 41 takes that over.
A lot of great racing all over the track up front. Garbage had been catching the 52 of Kevin Harvick, but got to his bumper and got super loose and almost wrecked it in 3 and 4. And now there looks like about a 7 or 8 car length lead now for our leader, aka Kevin Harvick.
AKA Kevin Harvick. He is your points leader for this league, doing a great job. Wow, from what I'm understanding, he is newer to this league. But I tell you what, folks, I have known him for a long time, and this guy is just amazing fast. You can put him on pretty much any game, and this guy will break records left and right. A very talented driver, so it's cool to see him out there.
47 is in the infield right now. Major mix-up. No one went around, it doesn't look like, but that was wild. The 41 had gotten around the 16, and the 47 had gotten around the 16 and got the apron in 3 and 4, and the 16 just had nowhere to go but through him, and that caused everyone to scramble. And the 47 of Mordog, he dropped all the way back.
That is such a shame. It is a long race, though, guys. We're headed into what's going to be the end of stage 1. So points are going to really matter here. But, man, these guys are just having great battles. Look at that 19 trying to take a look on the inside of the 88. Holds back, can't make it happen. But we have the 16 in front of the 88. 19 behind him. These guys are getting pretty well grouped up. Look at these guys. You have some guys riding the high line, most it looks like riding the low line. Those guys running the midline making me nervous. We have a guy into the wall. Number 7.
7 of Deadly Bomb almost running that video game line, which I guess technically should be working, but it didn't seem to be working out too well for him.
88, aka Driver. He's got a lot of action going on behind him. Looks like Deadly was getting a little crazy back there again, almost into the wall. We have the guy behind the 88 catching on to him. Looks like, is that the 16 above in front of 88? Trying to see if I can catch him. Yeah, that is the 16 of aka Pro Boss. That guy is looking very strong out there tonight. We have Wow. Look at Wow catching up to our leader of aka Kevin Harvick.
It looked like our leaders got caught a little bit behind some lap traffic of aka Doc, but they both got around him pretty cleanly. But it might have held the 52 up as we see Garbage trying to look to the outside to make a pass.
Oh, Wow is able to get just by him. We see Kevin Harvick. He got super loose coming in, so I don't know if there was contact between the two drivers, but he got into the wall. Wow made a pass. And let's see if we can take a look at this, but we have a caution out, guys. Big wreck in the back from what I'm understanding.
Might have been our pole sitter Pro Boss getting into some lap traffic. From what I hear, him and the two were involved. Not sure if that correlates at all, but
all right, so Wow is going to be our leader coming into this caution. 52 will be in second, which is aka Kevin Harvick. We have Expert Toaster, who is in third. These guys are coming out. Looks like we have aka Pro Boss taking a pit strategy right there, coming out front. So he will be the leader coming out of this caution. And they are off once again, guys. 3 wide going into that turn, almost 4 wide. These guys getting crazy out there. We have a guy wrecked, a huge wreck right in that midfield. Absolutely crazy. 16 cars still leading them off. But I'll tell you what, 4 wide, definitely not a good place to do here. Yeah, getting into it. I'm wondering if that's going to be a caution, but so far, we are still green. Wow, that's Garbage going on the outside, bringing Kevin Harvick along with him. 16 on the inside, trying to hold that line. He's got a lot of competition right there. A lot of guys are taking the high side. We have aka Pro Boss a little help on the inside. He's got some guys joining him, but I'll tell you what, crazy moves. We have a lot of guys
cars
out
look
here complaining about
insanely-
handling.
Absolutely frozen. These cars look insanely unfun to drive, all over the place. I don't think they work anywhere. They look like they're too tight on the bottom and then way too loose as they move up through the middle and the top of the track, and then they look like they get tight again when they try to run at the top. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how these. It's gonna take who can manage this and figure out how to manage their car until the end
Absolutely.
here, because yeah, these things do not look fun right now.
And as you're talking, J-Mac, we have Wow That's Garbage taking out a nice lead. Doing a great job handling his car. You know, loose is fast. But at this track, they're gonna have a hard time with that seam. It looks like we got 28 to go. So not too many more laps for the end of the first stage.
I
Look at-
believe anybody that pitted under that last yellow should be able to make it. I believe the pit window is about 35 to 40 laps, maybe a little shorter.
It should be around,
So,
yeah, it should be
I
36.
Okay. So I believe that anyone that pitted there should be able to make it to the end of the stage. So these
Look at-
guys that stayed out or made a two-tire stop, whatever it was they did, they might be hurting a little bit toward the end of this if it goes green.
We're watching the 25 car of MDL. Oh, a huge pileup going on just as I turn into that. The 88 is wrecked out. 25 managed to make it through there along with the 7. And looks like the 45, if I'm seeing that correctly. But again, another opportunity for a possible caution. But so far, these guys are continuing on. 25 getting squeezed down there on the apron. Almost 3 wide. 45 and also the 7 above going 2 wide. One on the bottom, one on the high side. These guys are holding it out pretty steady. But I'll tell you what, they are just itching to go 3 wide, and they are making me nervous. We have 7 into the wall. Not a good place to be. He's able to hold on to it. But 25 and the 7 just riding that low line.
Yeah, I was riding along with the 4, and he was in the wall, and everywhere you look, there are guys in the wall or just sideways. I know
Oh,
we've talked about it. And
7.
speaking of the 7,
7 gets
he
into the
loses
wall,
it to
comes
3,
down on the
spins
3.
through
Absolutely incredible. I'm surprised we're not having a caution, J-Mac. I'm very surprised at that. I would imagine that would be, but
The racing officials, aka the game, just have decided
as long as the
It's-
game keeps them green, they are going to stay green, is what I'm hearing. So on they go. We're out here watching the 47 of Pure Moordog. He's got 2 others around him. Single file at the moment, but we have a lot of different packs going on here tonight. Really getting separated from all these incidents and no cautions. I'm very surprised about that, but they're still going. 47 dives underneath the 16, makes a wonderful pass. Such a huge power move for him. Great job on his end. But then as soon as he does that, the 47 makes a return call, and Pure Moordog, he just gets right back out there.
great racing there between those 3, Frozen. Can't really tell what position it's for, but it seems to be in the 4th to 5th range. It would be, yeah, I
Yeah.
believe that's the race for 5th. Which now that the 47 is pulling away, that is going to be a race for 6th or 7th.
Oh,
And-
88
oh.
into the wall. 24 into the wall. Absolutely incredible. 24 somehow still goes. 88 is off. Looks like that's
And
That's gonna be a
I have
caution.
lost the ability to move my camera around, and so I assume that's a yellow.
that means yellow. Let's see if we can get back up.
I believe that for drivers like Pro Boss, that caution was a blessing because it seemed like he was backing up to try to save to make it to the end of of the stage. I couldn't tell, but he was dropping way, way back. I don't know if that was tires falling off or fuel, but
Right.
he was struggling there.
We'll see what they do for pit strategy. Who will move up front? Who's going to move to the back? How many tires will they take? They don't have many laps to go, so we'll see what happens. 2 is out front. It will be on his go. He will have the inside line. They are off, ladies and gentlemen. 2 wide going through. Watch out for that turn 2 that will... Oh, the 4 car making a fantastic move, passing up the 2 car, 40 car, trying to make a move. These guys are already going 4 wide. Can you believe this? 2 car getting super loose. These guys are just going at it, J-Mac. Very, very aggressive. '52 car gets out in the front. Kevin Harvick, your points leader here. He has a truck directly behind him. See if I can get a number on him. 41 truck of Expert Toaster directly behind him. These guys are spaced out a little bit further since they had the restart, but so far so good, J-Mac. All right, so we have the 52 of Kevin Harvick. We have Expert Toaster in second. 40 of Wow in third. I'm trying to get the camera on these guys. Look at these guys going midfield. A nice long line on the inside line. These guys are doing great. 3 wide, 24 car, the 4 car and the 7 just for a split second, but the 24 car gets a little bit of a lead. 4 car into the wall. Another battle up here, 88, and we have the 21 car behind him. 25, 24, and the 47. Oh, it's just crazy, J-Mac. These guys are just doing a great job, though.
There was a big wreck on the front stretch. I don't know how that didn't bring out a yellow, but gosh, these guys are just all sorts of on top of each other.
Let me see if we can get back with the leaders. We have the 16 car of AKA Pro Boss. Running that high line. He's going on the inside line. Single file for a while. These guys have a lot of space in between each other. Once you get spread out, just concentrate on running that line, but so far they're doing good. Under 10 to go, J-Mac in the first stage, and we'll see what happens out here. These are your top 3 right here. We have AKA Kevin Harvick. Oh, what do you see, J-Mac?
The 7 and the yellow and black car truck, I'm not sure exactly which number
25?
they got into each other, got into the wall. The 25, yes, man. Those two were part of it.
Oh.
And then the 7 and 25, more contact. Not sure if that was payback or just loose up top. But they get together.
Look at that save by the
Again.
25 car of MDL. Fantastic save on his part. I mean, when you have setups on and it's that loose, it is extremely hard to be able to save it like that. And I'll tell you what, he did a great job. We have the 19 car trying to make a pass on him.
On the right side, yes, it is so hard to make a save. So that is an excellent piece of driving.
Absolutely. You know these cars, they can get pretty loose. 19 car getting in the back of the 25. I'll tell you what, 25 is getting roughed up over here. 19 car decides to back up. Arch enemy is the 19 and 25 of the MDL, but man, these two are battling it out.
We have a new second place driver. Wow, that's garbage. Has passed the 41 truck of Expert Toaster. And that is a change of second place. Expert Toaster trying to fight back, but he gets a little tight off of 2. And it looks like Wow is going to hold that spot and set his sights on the 52 truck.
Wow. Incredible racing for these top 3 guys. And these points matter. The 7 car looks like he is just very loose. We're looking at the 45 car of Pop Smurf. Doing a great job out there. These guys, you see the long line, and you have a long line behind you, just single file racing at the moment. These guys have a little bit of space in between each other. Some distance to go. We have the 47 car of Pure Moor Dog. It's a new face to me. I have not yet met him.
We've got
He's
some
getting right on
fantastic
that.
racing between the 88 and the 16. Sorry, Frozen, but
No,
these
let's see
guys
if we
are
can bring
fighting
it.
at it. These guys are dog fighting right now. They're just racing all over the track. We need a split screen.
88 of AKA Driver and the 16 of AKA Pro Boss. We're coming down to the wire for the stage, the first stage. So we'll see what they can do, but right now 88 trying to take a look on the inside of Pro Boss. Can he do it? Can he make it happen going into this 3 and 4? 16 takes it down
I
low.
believe, at the line for this stage, and I think there might be a battle for the lead because Garbage is coming, and he's bringing the 41 truck with him. If they have an issue, we could have a surprise stage winner here.
Look at this. He is catching him going into this turn, and you are right, J-Mac. It's going to be a battle for this. 1 to go. Who's it going to be? Can he make it happen and get up to Kevin Harvick, the points leader? Kevin Harvick touches the wall just enough to get Wow right up to his rear. It's going to be close, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get past him at the line, but I'll tell you what, here he comes up.
His outside.
Close.
Oh, not sure if that was AI or him turning left, but it looked like Garbage might have been abusing the no damage rules of this game to maybe hook him and steal a stage win. But the green and white checkers are out for AKA Kevin Harvick.
He wins your first stage. He is your points leader too, guys. Incredible racing. All right, I am curious. Like I said, what are these guys going to do for going in for pit strategies? It's going to be interesting to find out.
I guess it depends on when you pitted, what you did. Like some of the drivers that pitted on that late caution might try to 2 tires here to get track position. If you pitted at that lap, at that caution that basically split the stage in half, you probably want 4 here. So very interesting to see what they're going to do.
Absolutely. And we are coming back. You see the top 4 right here. We have the 52. Let's see if we can take a peek, see who that is. We have the 41 behind him, 16 in 4th. And we have Wow, That's Garbage out on 2nd. Green flag on stage 2, guys. Another exciting round. Such a huge battle between the top 3. Doing a great job out there. Oh, 16 gets a little loose, gets into the wall.
3 wide. They might have tried 4 wide. Oh, my. Oh, the leaders are bouncing off of each other. Garbage
52
takes the lead.
and
Pro Boss on
16.
the outside.
16 got a nice run, but it got into the wall. He's loose. Oh, we see a car wrecking.
Big wreck in the back. The 88 and 41.
Huge pile up here. 16 is just ping-ponging off of everybody. A huge pile up. Caution's out, guys. Caution's out.
From the sounds of it, there were multiple wrecks on that one. There was another one going for 3 and 4. I believe they tested the odds with that one. The yellow flags haven't been flying out too consistently, so if you can't get a yellow flag, just wreck twice in 1 lap.
I mean, I'll tell you what, they're doing a great job out there. Considering how loose these trucks are tonight, they run it loose. Loose is fast, guys. Sober David says win first stage. They have 3 stages in the races. This is a 100% race, so the first stage is 60 laps. The second stage is 60 laps. The final stage is 80. These guys get bonus points based on where they finish per stage. So every point counts. It just helps with those final points. It makes it more interesting. Gears up the racing for the flag. checking out WoW at the moment. Doing a great job out there. Gets a little bit of a head start. Doing great. Got a nice little lead.
I feel like if that 40 truck is able to sneak out of here, he might gap the field, but I'm not sure. As strong as he's been at the end of these runs.
Absolutely. Another wreck in the back. You see a guy going through the grass. 16 is flipping back there from what I saw. Caution is out already. You know, when you have this many cars going in to the turns, coming off of a green run, you're gonna see incidents like that. 2, 3 wide, and I've seen 4 wide actually a couple of times tonight. It's gonna happen.
These restarts are when these drivers are gonna be at their most aggressive, and we've talked a million times tonight, and we'll talk again about how terrible these things are handling. And you put those things together and melt them in a pot, and it is just these restarts are gonna be nothing but hairy.
It's true. It's true. And you have so many guys looking for the same spot. They all want that number 1 spot. They only have 3 races left in the season, if I'm correct. So, like I said, anything, it's actually the second to last, sorry. So, any points that they can get, they're going to go for it. We're taking a look at AKA Pro Boss. He is towards the back of the field already. We have a huge stack up. Guy got loose, got up into the high side, and off they go. J-Mac, incredible.
Garbage was involved. He and the 19 are pinned against the wall down into the entry to 1.
Oh, wow. From what I'm hearing, WoW had some lag going on there that caused that. We see him sitting against the wall. Hopefully he can get that fixed. But caution's out, guys. Looks like
that
50.
The lead back to
Kevin Harvick.
Kevin Harvick.
The guy is on a roll tonight. It's a shame to see that happen to WoW. They had a great battle going on. Very interesting. They took me off of the camera here. So let's get back to Kevin Harvick. .52 gets a great start. 88 directly behind him of AKA Driver. A long line happening tonight here on the bottom and the top row, but that bottom side is definitely rolling. See a couple of shaky cars, but so far holding it off. Kevin Harvick seems like the guy to beat here tonight. 45 to go. Oh, we see 16 wreck back there. Man, I'll tell you what, it's getting rough.
Drivers just, they want every spot. So
Yeah.
we've kind of entered that portion of the race. We know we've experienced league races like this where you just get you just get to these stretches where you're just spinning the wheels trying to get these things started back up, and everyone kind of loses their heads, and you start anticipating it, and you almost start driving even more aggressively. So it could ramp up even more from here.
Absolutely. 124 more laps to go out of 200. These guys have come a long way. J-Mac, I'm curious, do you think it's a setup issue where these guys are just running super loose? Or do you think it's more of an aggressive, I'm going to go for this spot kind of issue?
I mean, I would imagine it's probably both. I mean, these cars are evil, and like on these restarts, you want to get every spot you can because it's the easiest time to get spots. So I don't know. It's got to be both as we go green again.
We see, wow, that's garbage pulling out of the way since there's some lagging issues. We see another driver getting loose, another wreck. These guys just really...
The 16 is involved again.
Absolutely incredible. We're seeing...
in every single one.
We have seen, yes. 16 has been involved in most of these, if not all of them. Absolutely crazy. Jacob NASCAR, how are you? Heineman, good to see you here. See your good friend J-Mac out in the booth tonight. Another caution. Can you even take a guess at how many cautions we've had tonight, J-Mac?
I have not, and I lost count. That one started in the middle of the field, and the back of the field just plowed in as everyone was scattering, and just nowhere to go for the 3, the 16. I couldn't tell who else was involved, but you could probably just say what number of a truck that's out there, and he probably was involved in that wreck.
More than likely, more than likely. Sober David says, probably 72. I don't know if it's that many. We won't bring it that many, but it's quite a bit. We're out here looking at the field. Mid-pack. Actually, that's towards the back of the pack. These guys, what we need to see now from these guys is they just really need to give each other space. There is so much racing left to be done. They need to give each other space, get a lot of patience, and hopefully lag issues will work themselves out. But until they grow with patience here, it's going to be wrecks. 1 and 2 is always an issue getting into the track. We already see 3, 4 wide in that mid-pack.
They fat out on the front stretch coming out of 4, which might be one of the sketchiest, the tightest corners on the
25
track.
wrecked out, goes straight to the wall. Absolutely incredible. We're watching the 2 car. AKA Doc. He's got 16 of AKA Pro Boss directly on him. Takes a dive underneath, trying to get past him. Can he hold it? We've seen him get loose quite a bit tonight going into that wall or just getting loose in general. But so far he's holding it off. 2 cars got a lot of pressure behind him.
Whew, saw the 21 slide up into, I believe, the 7. That was the battle for second. And that has allowed the 52 to just fly out. Like, he is gone.
3 wide for second and
lead on these guys.
Sorry, J-Mac. 3 wide for second in turn 1. Absolutely incredible looking at this. I believe that's the 41 car, but he is out there in the current lead, Expert Toaster. But, man, they held that great, especially for Expert Toaster, who is currently in second, going through that mid-line. And that is the toughest line to drive on this track, going through there. You have that seam on the track that'll get you loose, and it could have been disastrous, but they held it out great. See, the 52 car of Kevin Harvick, another wreck. We have a 3-car pile up in the back.
The 3, the 21, it looked like the 40 might have been holding back, but...
Wow, once again, involved in that wreck. Such a shame to see that tonight. He had a lot of speed going into this, but man, since that first one, he is having a rough time.
It doesn't seem like that brought out a yellow.
They're
These
still
guys
going.
Are still going full speed.
Harvick has a huge lead, 2.5 second lead off of these guys, doing a great job out there. That incident earlier definitely helped that.
Yes, Frozen. He's already into turn 1, and the second place is at the line just a few seconds later. Like he is gone. The 52 truck is.
Let's see if I can make my way back up to him. You see,
the battle
52.
For third is heating up.
See if we can get back there. Meanwhile, we see the 52 car, and he's got 2 trucks in front of him. We're going to see if it's going to hold him up a little bit, helping out the guys behind the 52 truck. But so far, it's not going to affect him. He's not close enough to him yet, but he will be catching up to him soon.
Things have calmed down a little bit. It looks like the 88 truck has won that battle for third for now. The 47 is in fourth, but they're 3 wide for fifth. The 4, the 16, the 7.
These guys seem to be getting the grip that they need a little bit. I'm seeing them maybe get a little bit more confident being out there, but I'll tell you what, I'm looking at this 24 car and a lot of guys around him, and they all look actually very good. I don't want to jinx him. I've done it before in the booth, and I definitely don't want to do it now, but He's got the 19 card taking a look on the outside, and he's got the yellow card, the 22 card, trying to dive on the inside. Couldn't make it work and end up falling behind, but man, great racing for these three.
Judging by the number of yellows we'd have, you'd hope that these guys would have a chance to adjust on these cars, so maybe that's why we're seeing a little better racing now.
But a little bit of an issue from what I'm hearing with the 52 and a lap car. He was able to get around it, but not without a little bit of a scare. Let's see who that is behind him. Is that who I'm thinking it is, J-Mac? Is that Expert Toaster? Let me take a look here.
Expert Toaster is in second place. He is... I don't know who the lapped car was.
Whoever it is, I don't know if they are on the same lap, but I'll tell you what, they are close behind. So if that is the second place car that, yeah, he's about a second behind, and he's definitely catching him. So, Kevin Harvick, definitely, he's going to have to watch his back. He's going to be feeling some pressure from that car behind him. Expert Toaster catching Kevin Harvick, the leader. Lap traffic definitely hurt him on that one. Hate to see that. He has such a great run, but 41 is catching up to him, and we're going to be making another race of these two for first place. Sober David, there is no...
Made adjustment.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say, if they've made adjustments to help their cars here on their short run, I wonder if that's changed anything in the long run. We haven't had one of these in a long, long time. So I'm curious to see if these guys, if what they have done to their trucks, if anything at all, how that'll handle.
I'm thinking a lot of these guys, they had to have tightened up their trucks. They're just looking more confident out there. And it seems like they have more control. It could just be tire wear making them tighter. I'm not really sure, but they do look pretty good out there so far. Sober David, there are no blue or, well, there is a red flag, but there are no blue flags as far as I know. But now you're making me wonder. Oh, we see a couple of guys kissing the wall out there, running single file, but I don't know if that was just on my screen, but they were getting awfully close to that wall, if not touching it. Seems to hold off just fine, but we have a nice five-way pack here, running single file. We have the 19 car trying to pass underneath the 7 car. Look at this battle right here. 7 car on the high side, 19... Oh, we have contact between the two. 7 is trying to do his best to save it. He manages to do so, but I don't... Yeah, he's held it out too, so great job on their end.
Oh! The 16, I think, got loose, and the 47 got into him as he was trying to gather it up.
Wow.
And now I don't think I think the 16 is trying to cool down his tires because he doesn't seem to have the grip as he has fallen back into 5th, I believe.
I'm watching the 4 car right now of Coffee and R, and we see him looking at a huge battle in front of him. We have Wow That's Garbage in the 24 car battling it out. These guys are doing a great job driving, but man, what a heck of a battle. Wow manages to get past the 24 car, so they are just in a single file line.
Meanwhile, behind him, the 4 was hunting down the 24, but he makes a mistake, gets the wall a little bit out of 4, and he's going to get gobbled up by the white truck going underneath him.
There he goes. You're absolutely correct. 14 to go. As soon as they hit the line this time, we're going to be hitting the end of stage 2. Another points bonus going to these guys who can finish in the top spots here. So Curious who that's going to be. So far, very clean stage 2. Compared to stage 1, these guys are really coming into their own on this track and managing to get that tire wear and their setups settled.
What a race for the 52. He comes in the points leader. He wins the first stage, and now it looks like he's cruising. The 41 is in striking distance, but from what I've seen from the 52 truck, he looks like he is the best that's currently got a chance to win this stage with Garbage back in the middle of the field.
I'll tell you what, and you say Garbage back in the middle of the field, and he has made his way from the back once again. I wish he was up there fighting with him. It would have been a heck of a battle between Expert and Garbage and Kevin Harvick. These guys were very fast, but you are absolutely right. Kevin Harvick is the guy to beat tonight. He's in the points lead for a reason, and it is showing once again here tonight.
It looks like these cars are starting to get a little ill handling. I went to Garbage, and he got loose off of 2 and smoked the wall, and I've seen a couple of these guys. I think the handling on these cars is starting to go away, but obviously not on the 52 as he continues to hold a pretty wheel and hold on to his lead.
Your top 5 guys here are Kevin Harvick. We have Toaster in second, Driver in third, Pure Moordog in fourth, and Pro Boss will round out your top 5. Looks about to be 9 to go, but that 41 car, J-Mac, he looks like he's trying to catch up to our leader of Kevin Harvick, and I'll tell you what, he's doing a great job. We have third and fourth, not too far behind him. We have a couple of packs here. We have first and second and third and fourth, but I'll tell you what, they are trying all they can do to catch up to these guys.
This might be a scheduled stop, but I believe the 40 car is definitely wow, that's Garbage. He is definitely on pit road. If that is not a scheduled stop, then his rough evening continues. But
look at this, guys. We have Expert Toaster driving underneath, trying to make a pass. He is able to get past Kevin Harvick for the lead. Oh my gosh. He was pretty far back when we first started watching him, but just manages to just power move through that turn and just overtakes Kevin Harvick with a power move. Great job on his end. Kevin Harvick looks like he's going in.
Apart.
Kevin Harvick is in pit road.
Yes, he's coming to pit road.
I'm curious if that was fuel conservation first of all, and possibly letting Toaster go by just in case that he couldn't get to pit road in time. That may not have been an overtake how we thought it might have been.
I was wondering if he was just slowing his pace down to try to make it to the end of the stage without having to pit, but it seems like he might have been actually almost out of fuel, if not out of fuel. He might have been on fumes there, and that is why he had to slow down so much.
From what I'm
It's
understanding,
very lucky that he didn't get run over there.
Very true. Very true. That's probably why he let him go by in a little bit of space between third and fourth. But over the radio, I hear Pure Moordog is good to go to the end of the stage, so we'll see how it turns out.
He is currently in third place right now, working on the 88 truck, who might have gone into fuel conservation mode.
52 is coming out of the pits, getting super loose, trying to get back onto the track. Manages to hold it off, gets on track without a hitch. But I'll tell you what, that was a little scary going through there.
That's the thing about setups, Frozen, is that's probably the low-key most dangerous spot, is on these green flag stops when you have to drive on that flat apron, and you just have no rear grip whatsoever.
Can we get a reading on what lap we are on? I'm curious. We'll wait on that call for now. Until then, yeah, I mean, you're talking about it. When you hit that banking and your tires go on that, the grip on it is just incredible. I'm getting a reading possible 4 laps to go. It's going to be around there.
So we might have 3 to go here, I believe. I'm not sure. It's a bit of a question at the moment.
Expert Toaster, he could be on the last lap. He is your current leader. I'm curious, do we see him going for...
That is the green and white checker right there.
Yes.
He did not pit under that last
I was going to say, so he's got to be hurting for that fuel. Great job for him. We have Kevin Harvick, who won the first stage, correct? If I'm correct, we have Toaster winning the second stage.
That is it. And Kevin Harvick had to pit there, so he's going to have to come... He's going to have to come back from probably a lap down.
Do you think he's going to pit again, or is he going to hold out?
I would imagine you would have to take the wave around here, and I'm not sure if he is a lap down or 2 down, but I would imagine that he would stay out here, and as we just got through the year, he did not get any stage points after I complimented him.
Yeah.
I guess I jinxed him.
The boost
I gave
jinx.
him the old J-Mac jinx.
It's rough, you know. He led so many laps there, and the final few just could not hold it out for fuel. So yeah, points down the drain for that. He is still in the lead for points, and he won the first stage, so he's sitting good with that. He's 12th place, a lap down. Not a place he wants to be at. He is not the actual Kevin Harvick, Mr. Driver. That would be super cool if he was, though.
This entire field is just real, actual drivers.
Could you imagine? So we have 7 in the lead. We have 41 on the outside. 41 still hanging in there, but 7. Strategy there. Deadly Bomb did a great job with fuel strategy. 88, he is out there, aka Arca Driver.
Oh, and the 7 gets the apron and wipes out pretty much all of the field.
Massive wreck. That was the big one there, folks. Yeah, you said it right there, J-Mac. He just wiped out the entire field hitting that apron. It happens. Definitely you want to stay away from that. What are you going to do? Back under caution, guys. This is the final stage.
And staying out there, I don't know if he didn't get his hit settings in or what, or if that was an actual strategy call, but being out in front of everybody on old tires, that is a sitting, you are asking for it at a place like this. And
absolutely.
He just got that might not have what bit him, but he might have gotten loose and gotten the apron. It's hard to tell there, but that was a huge incident.
I'm hearing over the radio that we have a couple of guys a lap or 2 down. The Northerners won. We had Kevin Harvick gain his lap back, so he is back on the lead lap. Exactly what he wants to see. We see him in the back of the field there. He's going to have quite the field to move through. I have a feeling we'll see him do it. We're on the final stage, but there are plenty of laps to go. Wow, that's garbage. Got the free pass. Go ahead.
If Kevin Harvick had taken the wave around, that caution was his opportunity to get to pit. And there's another wreck in the back of the field.
Oh, wow. I wonder if that's going to bring out a caution. But for right now, we see the 16 car of AKA Pro Boss diving underneath the 41 truck. He's got that inside line. Can he hold it out here? Battle for
Pro
1
Boss
and
has
2.
been bad luck Chuck all race long, but here he is back up at the front.
Look at this, guys.
Taking the lead.
Exciting for him, but Toaster trying to make a call back, diving underneath him. Getting his nose right underneath Pro Boss. Backs off going into that turn.
He backs up the corner a little bit. Looks like he could get a bit of a launch if he could just get the throttle up. It doesn't look like it. Pro Boss has him cleared, and up to the 16 to get, or the 41 to get back to the 16.
He's able to get a nose in there, but just can't finish the job. still hanging back single file. We see a lot of space. We have a group of 3 up front. We have a second pack of about 4 back there. We're going 2 wide back there. Let me see if I can find out who this third place car is.
That would be the 47 of Mordog, I believe.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, we have a guy out in the grass. Let me see if we can see who that is. That would be the 3 truck. He was able to get back on track, but scary moment for them. And then as we see that, another truck goes into the inside wall.
Hearing the 7 got on the apron again. That's 2 restarts in a row for him.
47 and Mordog. We have, look at this battle for first. Once again, we have 47 and Mordog looking at the top 2 battling. Expert Toaster is just putting the pressure on AKA Pro Boss. Can AKA Pro Boss defend that position? Caution is out, guys.
Man, that was a fun battle to watch.
That was a fun battle.
Just couldn't get underneath him and get the throttle down off the corner. It's just so hard to pass somebody underneath, to make a pass on the inside.
49er says, bad luck, Chuck. Cracking up at that one. Mr. Driver and Blackhawk, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying this race tonight. This is AKA Racing League here at Iowa 200 tonight, presented to you by Shake and Bake Racing League in 704 games. Great race tonight. This third stage, man, everyone has just seemed to find the speed that they need. A lot of great battles going on here, and we're getting ready to go back green. 16 and the 47 starting on the front row here. '41 off to a nice start. See if we can get back to this front. Oh, you can see it gearing up. 52, Kevin Harvick back up to the front. This guy knows how to find his way up there. It sticks his nose underneath, holding on to it. Coming up on that midfield, or the midline. Crazy, they have a lot of pressure going on behind him. These guys are very, very tight racing. You could cover them with a blanket. 52 diving underneath the 41, going out for that lead. Side by side, look at these guys. 52 is able to hold him off, put him behind him, and we have once again a new leader, not so new tonight, Kevin Harvick.
After being a lap down just that quickly, he is back out front.
Incredible, incredible. This guy knows how to find his way up front. So we have Kevin Harvick in first. We have Expert Toaster in second. We have a Pure Mordog in third. Fourth, it looks like Pro Boss. So Pro Boss has definitely found his grip for this track. Having a hard time in stage 1 and 2, but man, this final stage, he is doing a great job out there.
Had a little bit of a tough time on that restart, lost a couple of spots, but it seems like he's got it back going now and falling into place as everyone's gotten this shaken back out, and we'll see if they can keep her clean from here on out.
Seems like we have an engine malfunction on the backstretch, so you can find out who that is. So far, not seeing any of it. 52 is getting a nice little lead, leaving a little space between him and Expert Toaster, who is in second. A huge battle going on here for third.
Yep, it's what we've seen most of this race. The top 2 kind of spread themselves out, but then from third on back, it's just a mad rush for position.
Absolutely, and we're coming down to the final parts of this race, J-Mac, already. It feels like we just got here, but considering 200 laps, these guys are moving right along, and so if they want to make some moves and get all the points they can, they're going to have to do it pretty soon here.
And as hard as they've had to race, as tough as these trucks have been to drive, I imagine they're all pretty tired at this point. Even though they're all sitting in their living rooms or whatever with controllers or wheels in hand, this has got to be taxing on the mind. I know it would be taxing on my little brain.
We're looking at fifth place here of AKA Driver. He is directly behind what I do believe is Pure Mordog. Single file, but I'll tell you what, it is quite a battle. We have AKA Pro Boss directly behind him, and if I'm correct, I see Wow That's Garbage behind Pro Boss, who got a little loose, almost hits the wall. We have Wow That's Garbage taking a look on the inside of Pro Boss. Can he make it stick? That is a battle for fifth right there, Bruin.
Of comebacks. Speaking of comebacks, after the night that Garbage has had, having to go back to the back of the pack with lag issues and everything, he's knocking on the door of the top 5.
Absolutely. Like I said, Wow is an amazing driver. This guy has a ton of speed, is fantastic with setups, along with a lot of these guys. You can tell he's got a lot of patience working in here. He knows when to push it. He knows when to hang back. And right now, he's just hanging back, making sure that he can get what he needs to do out of his car. He's taking a look, see if he can make it on the high side. Gets into the wall just a little bit there. He's still holding on though. Let's take a look. We have a 98. That is a lap down. We're looking at him. We saw him earlier. I was seeing him right ahead of Kevin Harvick, who got past him, but he is a lap down car.
This could be a hairy moment for these lead lap cars. These 4 trucks trying to get by this lap car. As hard as they are racing, they're gonna have to manage racing each other as well as, not hitting the slightly slower truck.
He's doing a great job of letting everyone go by, though. Getting out of the way, making sure he's not interfering with their race. I mean, he could race them a lot harder. I've seen a lot of people do it, but he is making sure that he is not giving them much grief.
And as you say that, it looks like he held up Pro Boss a little bit there.
I'm talking in,
just
yeah.
a touch. And
We see
that allowed Garbage to pull in on him.
Oh!
And, a little contact, and that gets Garbage.
Scary situation. Garbage is getting frustrated. Garbage getting frustrated with that car.
Pro Boss.
Absolutely.
That overcooked Pro Boss through the middle of the corner, and he almost hit the wall on the exit, and Garbage just almost hit the wall in turn 1. That was wild, and somehow the 98 truck in the middle of all that is just like, please don't hit me.
I'm watching the 88 and the 47, and these guys are really, really close together at the moment. Great racing between these guys right now, single file, but man, I have a feeling any minute that is going to change. 24 in the 7, we see him going 2 wide back here. 7 of AKA Deadly Bomb, the 24 of the Northerner. These guys having a great battle. Let's take a look at our leader, see if we can find him. He's got about a 1.5 second lead over second place of Expert Toaster. I'll tell you what, J-Mac, he is just on fire tonight to come back from a lap down, and here he is sitting once again, leading the field here.
The only mistake he's made all night was maybe not pitting under a yellow when he was expecting a rash of yellows. But other than that, he has been absolutely just flawless. He's just running wherever he wants to. The truck isn't going out from underneath him, and I mean, he's had the race you want, to put it in the most bland terms possible.
I'm hearing over the radio that we have a Garbage just coming through the field. Let's take a look here. He's still behind that 16 truck, but he is making a move on the high side. AKA Pro Boss defending that position Wow, almost gets into the wall, maybe kisses it just a little bit, but holds it off. He manages to
Wow's
make his
been
way
running
through.
there.
Pro Boss.
Wow has been running that line for the last few laps, and I wonder if he's maybe tightened his car up a bit, because that is such a sketchy line to run when your car is not wanting to rotate.
Absolutely.
But he is making that line work.
He is hungry for this win. Look at him making his way up through the field. I do believe he is in 4th at the moment, if I am correct. He is on the high side of 47. Pure Mordog.
Yep.
He is making a move for 4th and overtakes him. And here he is in 4th.
Mordog pulled down on the front stretch. Like, I don't think he wanted anything to do with that. He just let him go. He knows he's faster because this 40 truck is coming.
Just
The
look at
88,
him.
He's gonna try to take Garbage's line away.
This guy is a man on a mission. Just doing a great job. He's got a little bit of space between him and the next car in front of him. So all he has to do really now is watch out for the guys behind him. 88 looked like he was getting into the back of his bumper there. But yeah, he just needs to concentrate on that line and he'll be catching these guys up front very soon.
That was an excellent job of making that line work in traffic, because now as soon as he's cleared this group, he's moved down to the bottom. But that ability to make passes around the top, to run your truck wherever you want, I figured he might have tightened it up, but maybe he didn't. Maybe it's super loose and he is just holding on to that baby.
You know, it's very possible he likes his trucks and cars loose, so it is very possible. But he is about 4 seconds behind the leader of Kevin Harvick. And yeah, since I've said that, that was a few minutes ago, and he is already down to 3.5, so he is definitely catching the leader.
He is coming right now. The 41 is oh, it looked like he got a little bit goofy there and lost a lot of ground.
Man, I don't know if we were jinxing him just a little bit, but yeah, he was definitely catching them. Something did happen. I don't know if he got a little loose, but
it seems to happen every time I compliment a driver that they have something happen to them. So maybe I need to just shut my mouth about being nice. Maybe I just need to be critical the rest of the way.
you know, being in the booth,
And good things
I've
will happen
learned,
to all these guys.
you know, you just never know. Being in the booth, I've learned several times that as soon as you say something, you're just gonna jinx them. So I always say knock on wood. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it just doesn't. We are watching our leader, aka Kevin Harvick. This guy just leaving the field behind him on an island all of his own. Expert Toaster, though, is not letting him get too far away. He is trying to hold on. He is in 2nd place at the moment, but I'll tell you what, he's doing a great job out there. He's got some lap traffic in front of him. I'm curious how he's going to handle that when they get up there. We see a truck down there on the bottom, possibly the 98 or the 88. Not an issue for the 52, but possible for the track behind him.
Garbage has caught the 41, and he has tried to make that pass now 2 straight corners. The 41 got him into the fence a little bit in 4, and then was able to clear him back in 2. But this time, Garbage makes the pass. What a power move. That truck is on
Absolutely.
rails right now.
That gave me the goosebumps right there. I mean, there was a little bit of contact between these drivers. The 41 did not want to give that up. He was going to defend that with everything he had. He just couldn't do it. Wow just has a ton of speed. 52 into the pits. He's going to take a pit stop here. We're watching the 41. If I'm correct, that's going to be Garbage out in the lead for the moment. Pit cycle is definitely starting. We're going to see a lot of guys going in.
Big stack up. That,
Yeah, look at all
the
these trucks
41 and
going
the
in.
88 were loving on each other there a bit, coming down pit road. Just a little friendly tap, tap, tap as they were trying to get woed up to get down to speed.
We're going to see Kevin Harvick come out first. I'm curious if these guys went in simply because they needed fuel or whether they saw the leader go in and decided, you know what, I better do it before I lose too much time on old tires.
There are about 35 laps to go when this thing started, so I believe this is for fuel, and they should be able to go all the way from here on fuel, so that will not be an issue. So for a lot of these guys, if not most of these guys, if not all of these guys, that'll be the last time they hit pit road. Unless we get a late caution.
It's true. We have garbage out of the pits coming onto the track, and the guys following behind him that went in. Oh, we had a guy go down low, 7. He had nowhere to go with garbage coming onto the track, so 7 dove down low, deadly bomb, and almost hit the inside wall.
Since that restart where he got to start on the front row, Deadly Bomb has not had a lot of fun. Just a real rough stretch. Maybe he can have himself a good run here, get a little confidence back. But right now, it has been a rough going for the 7 truck.
We have a lot of lap traffic, a lot of mixed cars out here on track. These guys are going to have a lot of maneuvering to do around each other. It's going to get very tricky. We're in the pit window here, so we're going to see a lot of guys still pitting, a lot of guys coming out, so just trucks scattered everywhere here tonight.
Ooh, close call between the 41 and the 4. I don't know if you saw that or not, but the 4 was directly in front of the 41 and just slammed on the brakes to get down to pit road speed, and the 41 was almost in his tailgate.
Wow. I'm curious if we can get a top 5 count on who's out here. I see a couple more trucks going into the pits. If I am correct, Kevin Harvick is still your leader. Let's see if we can get him back out here. We're watching garbage. Oh, almost hits the truck in front of him as he tries to go in for a pit stop. Very close call. So we're going to have Kevin Harvick of first. We're going to have Wow That's Garbage in second. And once they all cycle through here.
It appears the 2 truck might be out of fuel. He is very slow right now on the front stretch. He might have been trying to let guys go, but it seems he's up to speed now. But a hairy moment on the front stretch as guys were going left and right. As I was gonna say, that pit entry is in a very not great spot, just right in the middle of the apex where you have to slow down to get to it. And a lot of these guys, if they're not down below the yellow, it's gonna cause an issue for anyone that's around them.
So far, from what I can tell, Pop Smurf is the only one to stay out so far, but these guys can still make pitting, and from what I'm understanding, he did go into pit, actually, just right now. We are looking at our current leader, leading so many laps tonight, Kevin Harvick, coming up on a lot of traffic. Wow, 3.5 seconds behind in second place. More Dog in third, about 5 seconds behind. We have Expert Toaster in the 41. I'm not sure quite where he is on track, but we see a lot of traffic in front of him.
He should be racing for position with the 88, Frozen. Him in the 16. I believe those 3 are all together right now, racing for position. They've been together all night.
They have. Absolutely. We're looking at AKA Pro Boss here at the moment. He's got a lot of people in front of him. He had a hairy stage 1 and 2, but on this third one, it seems like he is doing a lot better. I'm trying to get his current position. But I'll tell you what, he has a lot of traffic in front of him.
Sixth place, I believe, is where Pro Boss is. The
Sixth
41
place.
is of Toaster is in fifth, and then the 88 is your fourth place truck, and that is that is probably the best race on the track right now.
We have Wow That's Garbage trying to pass up this white truck out here on the low side. He is able to make the move and passes him right up. I'm not sure if that truck is a lap down. I would assume he is. Looks like he almost kissing the wall out here. Let's take a look. He's coming up on another lap car. It looks like the 88 truck. All right, the 98 truck, he is pulling over up high to let Garbage go by. That was a little tricky. He's still into the wall trying to let him go by, but Wow gets by unscathed.
Speaking of tricky, Frozen, the 88 and the 41 were battling, and they came up on the 7. And the 88 got into the 7 as on the exit of 4 and almost lost it, had to save it, but he lost the 4th position to the 41 of Toaster.
Wow. We're looking at your current leader, 52. He's got the 4 car directly behind him, and it looks like, if I can get that, he's trying to work his way past the 19 car who kept bouncing off the wall, but he is able to make it by. Both of those trucks are a lap down, and 52 is on his way.
Right now, it appears Garbage is making a little bit of ground up, but not enough right now. He's going to have to pick the pace up, or he's going to have to rely on the 52 truck falling apart, or else this is in Harvick's bag.
I'm curious if we can get a lap count, see how many laps we have left. We're looking at the 40 car of Wow That's Garbage. This guy is doing a great job. We have 14 to go, guys. There's not a lot of laps left. If Garbage is going to catch him, he's going to have to do some magic tricks. I don't know if that was some kind of lag going on. He must be lagging. He is ghosted out against the wall, kind of bouncing back and forth. He is back to it. I don't know if that's going to hurt him, but that did not look good.
Thought he was out of fuel for a moment. I was very, very surprised. I didn't know. Maybe he took a half a can there or something. But
I thought the same. I thought the same.
Then he snapped back into position.
Never something you want to
see.
see.
He is visibly growing. He is visibly catching the 52, but it just doesn't look like it's enough. It just a little by little.
Do you think it's going to be enough to catch him in like 12 laps here tonight?
I don't believe so. He's going to have to pick up the pace, or the 52 truck is going to have Harvick's going to have some issues with some lap traffic or a yellow.
11 to go, and Wow is just hitting all sorts of lap traffic here. And I'm sure the same is true for our leader here, 52, of Kevin Harvick. You see it, he's got another yellow truck in front of him, and he's got one behind him. But man, you can see Wow behind him just trying to make his way up front, giving him a fight for the lead here. It's going to be a heck of a battle coming in.
There is currently not a close battle on the track, so I'm going to continue monitoring the progress of the 40 truck.
And he is gained about a second over the last 3 to 4 laps. 52 hitting lap traffic. That is definitely going to affect it. That's going to give Wow an amazing opportunity to catch him, and you see him just gaining all that speed and time off of them. 52 is not wanting to see what's going on in front of him. A lot of traffic going on here, and that is just hurting his run.
It looked like he hit the 2 truck, another truck that's had a rough night. And the 40 has caught the 52 now. Not caught, but he has closed that gap just insanely.
A second behind J-Mac. 8 laps to go. We weren't sure if he was going to be able to catch him, but I'll tell you what, he is directly behind him, catching up closer and closer every lap.
So
Harvick,
he just needs a little over a tenth a lap.
yes. Yes. As far as I know, too, J-Mac, 52, he is your points leader. But from what I've seen, he has not won a race yet this season. If he can win tonight, that's going to be great for him. A great momentum going into the final race. We'll see what happens here tonight, but WOW is not going to let him get it that easily.
So he is going to be super hungry. I wonder if the 40 gets around him, if the 52 is going to be light with that bumper, if he's going to be nice, or if he's going to go for that win that he wants so badly. He has to want it so badly. And I wonder if the 40 is anticipating that. If he'd use his bumpers, if he'd use his truck, if he'd get a little bit physical with the 52. This is going to be very, very crazy as he pulls in within a truck length, 2 truck lengths.
Absolutely incredible. Half-second gap between these guys. We see 52 going down low. We have 4 to go. We have WOW driving the line up high. These guys taking different lines, and I'll tell you what, 52 is going to have to use every bit of this track to defend his position because WOW is making his way, putting the pressure on Kevin Harvick here tonight.
The 40 moved up to his passing line, but wasn't able to do anything with it, and might have even lost some ground. And the 19 truck might play a factor in this finish.
This is incredible racing. I'm curious. I don't want to leave this, but do you know who is in third at the moment and how far back they are? I'm curious if I can get any reading.
They are not even on the same straightaway. I cannot tell.
Pure Moordog is what I'm seeing.
Moordog in the 47.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 to go, guys. This is it. Exciting. 52 is into the wall. WOW passes him up. He takes over first place. I'm baffled. I'm baffled. I'm curious how his truck is handling for him now. Such a simple mistake, J-Mac, and it cost him the lead with only 1.5 to go here. We're getting ready to go to the final lap. White flag, guys. White flag is out. And you have a new leader of WOW That's Garbage. J-Mac, incredible.
He's running that high line where he can keep his momentum up, and the 52 can't get to him if he tries to send it. And it looks like he's going to win this.
Here you go. You have WOW That's Garbage.
That is your checkered flag.
That is your checkered flag guy. WOW That's Garbage wins this race. Absolutely incredible. 14 laps to go. We weren't even sure if he was going to be able to catch him. And here you go. We have 52 into the wall. Able to allow WOW That's Garbage to get on by and captures the win here tonight. A great race. We have Expert Toaster past Moordog for third. So your top 3 is Kevin Harvick in second. WOW That's Garbage winning the race, and Expert Toaster in third. Great race.
Moordog comes home in fourth, and after just the roller coaster of a race, Pro Boss comes home with a top 5.
Yes. Yes. We are trying to get over the radio these guys back. Once we get to the lobby, get them in here for an interview. An incredible 200 laps. Mike, take it easy. I hope you enjoyed the race. Drap45, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. See if we can get some of these guys in here. Send out these invites here. I do believe we have WOW That's Garbage already in here. Let's take a look, make sure we have everyone in. We'll give him a second to get in here. Man, incredible race.
That was a fantastic race.
What's up?
Kevin Harvick, how's it going?
Yeah, frustrated.
I would
Frustrated.
imagine.
A truck that was 6 to 7 laps down cost me that win.
I would imagine. Let's see if we can get our final guy in here. Expert Toaster. It took me into another race. I don't want that. All right, while we're waiting, let's talk to our winner. Wow, that's garbage. Crazy race. You went
Yeah,
a
that
lap
was
down.
unbelievable.
You had some lag. Take me through what happened and how you worked your way up through the field.
Well, it started off with the lag, so usually that kind of ordeal arises. I usually just drop back, hang out, fill it out, let it work itself out, and then, felt the car out. Like you guys were saying, the track was a little bit off for some reason tonight, so I felt it out, made some adjustments, got the long run working, and picked them off. Luckily, Harvick got tangled up with some lap down cars and was able to get back up there.
Incredible. I know you heard us. 14 to go, and Kevin Harvick had a nice little lead, but man, you made your way through that field. I'm just
He
curious
had
though.
a hell of a run.
He
That boy
he
was
did.
on it.
He did.
I'll have
Did
to
you?
thank the
I was not gonna catch him. I don't believe. I don't think I was. I might have had something there at the end for the long run, but I don't think there was enough laps left to do it.
Yeah, that is crazy. But 14 to go. Did you think you were going to be able to catch him before he?
I knew I had. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just knew I had a solid long run, and through the runs I saw he was kind of having some issues there towards the end, so I was just planning on hanging on, keeping it clean.
Absolutely great race. You definitely did not give up tonight, and there was points in the race where you easily could have. So just a huge congratulations to you tonight for that win. You guys put on a heck of a battle. I hope everyone enjoyed it, but man, I'll tell you what, great job tonight on that win, and congratulations to you, Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, J-Mac, take it
Congratulations.
on over to Kevin Harvick there.
Man, Kevin Harvick, I feel for you. Flawless first stage, and then second stage you had issues and were able to immediately come back from that. And that third stage you were just on rails. But Todd, just give me your thoughts on first your racing with the lap traffic that cost you time, and then your contact with the wall that sealed the deal and let garbage get around you.
First of all, I'd like to thank the guy that helped me build this setup for this race, and or I would not have been up there in that position. Secondly,
Who was that?
that would have been garbage. The winner of the race.
Oh,
But he's a real good friend of mine, and he helped me out. And I had a really good long run truck, just like Garbage had. I pitted at the right time on that last caution, or the last segment, and I came out with a 3.5 second lead. And I thought that he would have trouble getting through the lap traffic, but I actually had more trouble getting through the lap traffic than he did. And I got to watching too much of my mirror, got into the wall, but that truck was on rails. It was perfect.
We could tell, man. You were putting them on them as soon as you got a clean restart. You were just squirting out there ahead of everybody. I know there's no solace in it, but you are the points leader, and this was a great points day. So how do you feel going into Homestead next week?
I feel really good about going into Homestead. Homestead is not one of my favorite tracks in the Truck Series. It's really good for me in the Cup, but the Truck Series, I'm gonna have to work pretty hard. I've got a pretty decent lead, I think now, but I can't relax. It doesn't take much to falter.
Nope.
absolutely.
Yes, sir. It was a lot of fun watching you tonight, and I know. Congrats on second. The way it happens, I know
Thank you.
that doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but you ran a hell of a race, man.
Thank you. Absolutely. And second's good with me. It's just frustration that You know that we have we have some trucks out there that you got to watch out for when their laps down, and they're having trouble handling their trucks, and I totally understand that. It's just kind of frustrating when you get tangled up with them.
Very understandable. But yeah, congratulations to you on the second. It was insanely fun to see
you.
you out there and just battling all race long. And again, you coming back from a lap down to make your way through the field once again. So just great job tonight.
I think Toaster. I think he got third. Didn't you get third, Toaster?
I did.
Awesome.
I
Congratulations.
did. Yeah, thanks, man. I
And
tell you what, it feels. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say it feels good to know I was. You know, I could tell that Harvick was really good. I didn't race around garbage a whole lot tonight, except for when he passed me. But Harvick was pulling away from me there. Part in the middle of the race, I guess he was saving fuel, and I was catching. And I was like, man, maybe I made the right adjustment, but no, unfortunately I didn't. But last night, Tuesday, my truck was garbage, and I put in my Xfinity setup hour before the race, and I don't know, it just worked. It was fun. It was a good race.
So you ran this race on an Xfinity setup?
I did.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Once again for you too.
Well,
it was
honestly, Frozen, it was just because the truck setup I brought over from Heat 2 was terrible.
yeah, going from the last game to this game, the setups do need adjusting. They're not going to be perfect, but amazing that it worked out for you for the Xfinity series, bringing it on down. So again, you guys, top three, were fighting it out for a little bit there. A great battle for you guys, but take me through the final laps and how you passed up Mordog.
It was all about the long run. I could see him out in front of me. I could see him floating up the track and getting a little bit loose off exit, and he was dodging traffic too. And I think I still would have got him, but he got held up by somebody. I don't know who it was. Probably like 3 or 4 tenths, and then I was on his bumper, and he kind of moved over a little bit.
Well, that's good. Great race for you guys. Congratulations on the third place. 200 laps, and I can only imagine the intenseness that you guys experienced throughout tonight, but you all did a great job. So it was a pleasure to be here, and thank you for being in the
and
booth.
You did a great job broadcasting it too.
Aw,
That is
thank
for
you.
sure.
Absolutely.
Thank
I
you.
listened to pretty much all that, and that was awesome. Because you guys don't have too much to work with, so you nailed it for this being last minute. That is for sure.
And I gotta
I
give
haven't
You
a.
heard but
got
I'll
you
be
got a
listening.
lot of good footage through that. There was a little bit of a caution fest there. I'm not gonna lie, which usually doesn't happen too much, but with this being such a small track and that seam, and tonight
It's
was a
gonna
little
happen.
weird. Even my car was a little weird at first.
Yeah.
This.
I think that
We'll see you
seam
guys
is what
again.
made
That
it
is
hard
for
the
sure.
lap
That was
traffic,
fun.
honestly.
Yes,
Garbage.
definitely. Because there was
I
not
think
much
it was
room
that
on the high
seam.
side.
Yeah.
Once
there
you-
was
so
not
hard
much
for the
room.
lap traffic.
Once you guys got into the final stage, it really felt like you guys really had the cars come to you, and the racing was just it was great out there. And I know that
It
lap
was
cars.
a lot of fun to watch.
It was. I know the lap cars were an issue, but man, you guys really handled it great. So again, great job. And I have to give a huge shout out to Leaf Justin, behind the scenes working out there for us. Let me know what lap we're on. Let me know
Yes.
what positions we're on. I mean, this guy was just on it tonight, just everywhere all at once. So thank you so much, Justin. You're amazing.
Good job, Justin. Good man.
Thank you.
And a big hand of applause for J Mac Attack, who is his first time in the booth. This guy is usually in a race car, but tonight he is in the booth. And J Mac, you did a great job, buddy.
Well, thank you. There was
Yes, sir.
there was a period at the end of that first stage where I had my mic muted the whole time and I was talking to nothing. But it's a little rookie mistake
That
there.
happens.
But a little rookie mistake there. But
I think
other
we've
than
all
that,
done that.
honestly,
I could hear you
That
over
was a
the
lot of
radio
fun.
saying I was muted the
Just
whole
solo
time.
conversations.
Exactly. And another big thank you to all the viewers out there for hanging out with us tonight, aka Racing League. Thank you for the follow. Coffee NR, aka Driver, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I hope you enjoyed the race tonight. We are over and out. My next stream will be on Sunday. We'll be here for Super Speedway Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it tonight, aka Racing League here at the Iowa 200, presented to you by Shake and Bake Racing League and 704 Games. We are out tonight, guys. Take it easy.